And exactly what are you laughing at?
I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in. I am. But
if any debunkers try to, you can suck my gammy toe.
If any debunkers want to ask us questions, you can suck my gammy toe? You pair are just vile. Weirdos. Welcome back. Smug Puppy are back. We all remember Smug Puppy. They came to YouTube for a short time. I debunked them. The Shape debunked them. The PSI debunked them. They disappeared. They were quite vile to people. They're still vile to people on TikTok. The way they talk to and about other people. I was aware of these guys when I did the debunking on them shortly before they disappeared. And on account of how rude, especially him, with how rude he is to people, I was like, gloves off, and I made some rather negative comments. Comments about the state in the home and etc. He fired back with, we've had a flood. Fair enough. How does floodwater from a bathroom destroy the upstairs wallpaper halfway up the wall? For the most part, we've got Laney and Ben to thank for this, because they were promoting them, they kept putting them in videos, and they made a big deal about them coming back. They've grown now to over 2,000 subscribers. They were under 1,000 when I went after them the first time. Now, I don't know if people are subscribing for comedy value, or if people are genuinely believing this. So if you're sat there like, I've watched Smug Puppy, I think it's legit, it is all debunkable. There is a channel called PSI, and they have debunked just about every stitch of evidence that this family has put out there. Go and check out PSI. If you have TikTok, go and subscribe to PSI on TikTok. They do live streams and etc. I haven't really watched much of Smug Puppy because he banned me on TikTok before I could find his channel. People offered to send me Smug Puppy clips, but nobody ever did. So they're back on YouTube. They've got their shorts. They've re-uploaded everything from before. And they've got some new stuff. So we're going to take a look at some of this and try and debunk. I say try because these guys are... they're awful. Hi. Where should we start? Right, the levitating box we've already done. It was clearly, because I recreated this in my last My House is Haunted video. This is a box that's recorded onto a green screen, and then they just overlay it into the video. I recreated that with a green screen, some fishing wire, and I had a Coke can bouncing around my head, and I'm like, that wasn't actually there. I did what they did. And the same thing happened in my video, was the bottom of the Coke can disappeared that happened in theirs. The creepy bathroom entity we did, the cat video we did. So we've looked at these. I'm just going to have a look at a little selection of clips.
I know that Facebook is a legit...
Okay, so first things first, in the Smug Puppy Laney and Ben video, with Laney and Ben, or Ben, Smug Puppy are back, blah, 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 blah. These guys then go on to say, we're not worried about subscribers, monetization, etc., etc., because that just makes people create fake content. Which, Ben, I don't know if you saw that, but that was a dig at you, whether they knew it or not. Number two, you've now got adverts on your video, so you've monetized your channel. So to sit and say, we don't care about subscribers and money and all that because it just makes people want to create more, you've monetized your channel. Now, I'm trying not to be horrible here because I know not everyone can afford what others can. But when you're sat there on a gaming PC that is probably about the spec of mine, in a gaming chair that costs quadruple of mine, on a gaming chair mat that costs probably more than my keyboard. Fix your wallpaper, fix your house. I mean, there's people coming around this place with your kids, and they're looking at... Anyway, oops, holy water bottle on a plate causes a reaction. Now, I have seen PSI debunk this, and they say it's a slingshot. Me and Purple have discussed this, and I'm not so sure. So let's have a look. Okay, that's a demonic growl. That was a demon. That was clearly a demon that has reacted to that holy water. While Smug Puppy, you've purchased that little bottle of holy water there. I imagine it wasn't that cheap. Apparently, Lee from Really Haunted said if you go to Asda, you can buy 24 litres of it for about 18 quid. It's a bargain. You save yourself so much money. And then you can get wallpaper. Now then, it is worth noting, the Smug Puppy used a wire removal tool. How do I know this? Because I recreated the floating can and floating other things in my house. Used a wire removal tool. It takes seconds, especially if you do it in front of a green screen. Now, Pat was told me to look closer at this plate. Now, I hope you can see it. If you can't, check out the original channel, especially on a phone, because you can zoom in on a phone, whereas you can't on a PC. There's a wire just there. Do you see that then? That little glint? It's a string. The wire removal tool has failed there. We'll look again. There. Little tiny flash of white. That's a wire. That plate is already broken. Now, if we go back a few frames, this is something Patio told me to look for. This plate is already broken, and you can see a line there, a line there, a line there. That line is kind of hidden by the reflection of the light off the bottle. And I think there's a bit of a line there. You can buy what's called magician's string or invisible string. And it's basically really, really thin, clear fishing wire. And it does catch light glint now and again, which is what that little flash was that I pointed earlier. So this plate is already broke. They've got wires attached to them all. Now what you're seeing is, oh, there could be 4 people. How are we going to pull all that off camera? That's not how it'll work. They will have looped it around the top of the table and under the table, and one person pulls, and the wires will pull against the edges. This piece pulls this way because the wire is there. This piece because the wire is there. A Smug Puppy. Now, PSI also states, you can see the shadow of the camera, and then says that this looks like, suspiciously, like a Bluetooth speaker next to the camera. So where could that growl have come from? I think PSI are right. The sound that PSI think was a slingshot, I think was somebody that was not meant to be caught on camera, giving a little cue, somebody to pull everything, and they've missed it. That is my opinion. But fact is that plate was already broken because you can see the breaks in it. And fact is there was a wire glint just before that plate broke. So the sound effect of the plate breaking is already added in. But we'll go back to the sound in a second. There's another wire glint there. In fact, there. You see that little white fleck? It's wire glint. There and there. There is stuff appearing and disappearing in a very straight line all the way across here. Let's listen again. Now, if that was a slingshot, that wapow, and that plate breaking, there would have been wapow, and that plate break. The time between the break and that noise would have been much snappier, much quicker. I think what that was somebody moving. I don't think it was a snap of a slingshot. I think what that is somebody shifting their weight to pull. Listen again. That to me sounds like there's laminate floor in there, And that's the sound of somebody's sweaty foot stepping back off it. The same sounds Lee makes in his house. That's the sound of a foot peeling off the floor as they step back and give that wire a yank. And they've missed it, because you can hear somebody breathing through my headset. I can hear somebody breathing in the background. It's very faint, but it is there. And you can still hear, after the growl, which has been overlaid in, possibly by what PSI is saying is a speaker, it could have been overlaid in after even, and this could just be a light. But you hear somebody shift their weight after the growl, and you hear breathing again after. They've held their breath, and you can hear... So, absolutely, 100% debunked. And I initially thought, and I'm not trying to take anything away from PSI here, I initially agreed with PSI. It's only upon repeated viewing, the sound just appears to be somebody shifting their weight. Without being rude, the father has got a bit of weight behind him, so that noise would be hard. I have a bit of weight behind me. I make noise when I walk. Right. Shadow figures up the stairs.
Go now. Hi guys. We've had the shadow figure since our last. We've blocked the stairs door at the bottom with the door shut, and we've got a buffet which is behind.
Now, a buffet, if you're not from the UK, is basically a little footrest in front of your sofa. The 4 battens of 2x4, an empty box, and then some cushion. They are light. Now, this door does in fact open inwards. Hey, Smug Puppy, how did that flood damage your ceiling on the upstairs? Asking for a friend.
Behind the door so it can't open. Kaylee's here. She's going to sit on the floor. We've got a chair here. We're going to put the camera on. I'm going to stand behind the chair and then tell Kaylee where the shadow figure appears, hopefully. So that's the next time you'll see us. And that's our plan. So...
That is not CGI. That is not masking. That is not added in. That is clearly black cloth, like a morph suit, which we'll get to in a little bit, and some form of mask, like a Halloween mask or something, because it's got a bit of a facial structure. There's like eyebrows there and a nose there, but they're too high up. That's a Halloween mask and possibly like a ball or something inside it, just to give it a bit of solid shape. They haven't masked that in. I mean, look at the movement. The movement looks like somebody trying to peek it on a stick. They can't see around the corner to know whether they're on camera or not.
Don't.
No.
Don't.
Next time, Kaylee, I'll just grab it and look. Yeah? Or don't look if you don't want to look, but just move the camera there.
Okay.
It's definitely there. Because I'm not looking, I'm looking at the screen. So...
I'm looking at you.
Go now.
Right. Apart from the atrocious act, then go. Go now. You'd be like, fucking kill him with fire. Get him a crossbow. Anything. Oh, go now. Go now. There's a shadow bastard trying to grab your daughter. I mean, come on.
Go now.
That's a morph suit.
No.
And there was a cut. That's not added in. That is literally somebody reaching around the corner in a black morph suit. Now, anyway, along this movement is where you can hide a cut, or where I would hide a cut. But there's a telltale sign. And Mr. Gree has just done a video on the king of the jump cut. And it's because I've watched that, go and check out Mr. Gree, that I've just seen where this cut is. This hole in the wall. Focus on this hole in the wall. It's missing like a frame, maybe 2 frames. You see it bounce. So she's got to there and just stopped and held it. Whoever's downstairs then has gone out of the door, pulled the door back behind him. Now, they could have had 10 minutes of her just stood there holding that. somebody else go move the buffet back to the door, and then, right, start recording again. But because it wasn't on a tripod, you can't keep that camera perfectly still. So there's that quick bounce. That little bounce was a frame missing where they've paused the video. And it's exactly what they did in the bathroom. They've just done it a little bit better here.
Go now.
You could even see it in real time, that little frame skip. And in that frame skip is where they've hidden the magic.
Damn, just make sure we can see. I mean, that is fast. Nothing there, no?
No.
Did you capture anything at all? Because you were so fast then.
Yeah, no, literally nothing.
I don't know how it disappears that fast, man. But man, that was quick.
Yeah.
It is called jump cut editing. Okay, so this is Smug Puppy, entity in the kitchen. He's got Lee shorts too. Join the club. They're so comfy. So comfy. She said, suck my gammy too. I wouldn't eat off a fork in this house. Look at... That's bad for your health. No wonder you think you're haunted. You're hallucinating from black mold. Black mold is really bad for you. Smug Puppy, be as hurt as you want by my comments. Shout how nasty I am. Shout how much of a bully I am. But please, pretty please, get somebody out to look at that black mold, because that is really, really bad for your lungs.
How powerful you are. What else can you do? What? There's nothing there, mate. What? You've already had your treats. What? What are you after? Where is it? Show me then. Where is it? What are you looking at? Where? Show me. Show me.
Okay, first things first. His dog is looking up there. He's constantly being called out for being a liar and a faker. The dog is looking up there. He keeps looking up there. Why hasn't he taken a camera? Why doesn't he have a camera pointing up there when his dog is clearly saying, yo, there's somebody up there? Now, I don't know how this video is going to play out. Whether he goes and gets a camera to prove there's nothing here. But literally somebody could be on this worktop here, stood with their back in this corner, and just flick something off. Because we've seen something hit him in the face at the beginning of the video. You've messed up again. Okay, all of this flicker is due to the shutter speed. However, you can hide a lot in that flicker. For example, a wire. Now, everything is pulling to this corner where he was just looking and hasn't shown. Even though he's got an iPad there that probably looks at this area. Why isn't he showing the other angle? Now, that could be a wire pulled this direction, or, in my opinion, there is somebody up here that pulls that oven door. Because if you listen, my volume up on full? If you listen, the oven door opens and then you hear somebody shifting their weight, much like with the plates. That's somebody shifting their weight underneath the camera. He's cutting his videos too late.
Thanks very much.
Initially, I thought he threw that, and he didn't. His hand makes no forward movement. But again, it pulls the same way as the oven, whoever's been shifting the weight under here. This is just my opinion at this moment. He hasn't looked at the camera there. He's looking at whoever's under the camera.
Fucking twats. Pretty sick of this now. You can pack it up in here. Stay there.
Didn't want that water, did you? Oh my god, this acting is atrocious. Now you may be saying, hey, Beardo, you said everything's pulling this way. That one didn't. No, it didn't.
Oh, wow. Oh, well done. You can open a cupboard door. How powerful you are. What else can you do? Oh, God.
You deserved that.
Hey. Fuck off. Oh. Fucking hell.
Now, I was looking for a mask here, and I couldn't see one. How did he do that? And then he reaches across and does this for the cupboard door. It's not a mask. And it can't be a wire because he walked through here. There was no cut. What could it possibly be? I don't know. He did that cupboard door really well. Apart from this area, somebody could be stood the other side of it up on the cupboard or crouched on the cupboard the other side of it. Unfortunately, he's about to give himself away.
Oh, wow. Oh, well done. You can open a cupboard door. How powerful you are. What else can you do? Oh, God. Hey.
When he says how powerful you are, he does this. He's looking at whatever's about to hit him in the face. And then he drops his head for it to hit him on the hardest part of his forehead. He knows that's coming because there is somebody stood there. Now, does he show the other angle?
You
Because...
fucking twat.
Language!
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Now, there's an issue here. He's holding his nose and he was doing this to his mouth and his nose. It hit him there. Yet he is now holding there. That's not where he got hit.
That's great. Thanks very much for that.
Yeah.
I can't make this any bigger.
A pen and paper. Yeah. Hold on.
Why is the screen gone black?
I'm sorry, I've got to go. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I can't
Bye.
scroll this back. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. A pen and paper. Yeah. Hold on.
Now, unfortunately, I can't slow it down. I can't go back at anything on YouTube. I could do it in my video editing software, but that's going to take me ages and I can't be asked. If you look at the foot that is furthest back away from the camera, you can see that something is pulling her. Like literally on the shadow on the sofa, something is glitching in and out. It is that black morph suit that is being glitched in and out. She's holding her throat and all the rest of it, but she's being pulled by that leg. She's not pushing herself back with her foot, because at certain points, both feet slide at the same time. But she is leaning forward and holding her throat, but somebody is pulling her by the leg. The guy in the black morph suit. I said the black morph suit would come back, and here it is. There's no cat. Now then, I know what you're thinking. That box moved out. It jiggled. She's taking stuff out of it, so there's nobody inside the box, because the box is on a table. And you were correct. There's not a full person in there. However, you can't see the edge of that table. That's the morph suit again. And somebody has just literally done that from probably not even inside of that box. Now, what I would assume has happened is somebody's the other side of that cupboard. They're wearing a black morph suit, and there's either the other side of the box is not there in total, or there's a hole in the bottom, they've got their arm inside it. She comes over, says whatever she says, arm comes out, oh, get the off me, and runs away. Now, what she pulled out of that box was a polystyrene block with a hole in it and a piece of cardboard. So you can fit somebody's hand in there. I mean, I would say, why would you keep an empty box laying about? But there's one there and there's stuff everywhere. That is just somebody in a morph suit, the other side of that cupboard with their arm up inside the box, and then they've just done that. Weird ghost creature caught on camera. I think I've seen this.
Bring it.
Yeah, I've seen that. That is literally their cat, and they've tried to chroma key it out. It looks shite, and they've just put it up anyway. Now, you remember My House is Haunted. I put the Grudge lady in my living room, giving it all this. Exactly the same thing. They've just overlaid an image there. They've just overlaid an image and then changed the opacity. I mean, this is too easy. Scary patio creature. Let's have a look, shall we? So, all that is, guys, is somebody in the morph suit. It may even be a morph suit or a cloak, like the Scream cloak. And they chroma keying it out. Now, I imagine, because that area was so dark, that's why there's that weird pulsing and glitching over it. They can't chroma key it out because of the dark background, otherwise they'd accidentally chroma key out the sky. Now, that patio furniture getting thrown on itself, the reason they've put that glitching in is because those chairs getting thrown, you could say, well, somebody stood behind the wall and have just thrown the chairs. But then you see that weird push-in effect, pulsing effect. They've left that in. They've done that on purpose so you can't see that somebody just threw it from behind there. The editing on this is atrocious. All right, let's do one more. We've got interacting with a levitating packet. Okay, slight problem. Half of the packet is missing. And there's no shadow anyway of that packet. The light is just off it, so the shadow should be around this area. And there's nothing. No shadow. There you can see the packet on the door frame there. Look at it. It's pulsing in and out.
Oh, perfect opportunity. Perfect opportunity. Is the camera on?
Yeah, it's on.
Causal movement. I don't think it's recording. Oh no, it is recording. It's fine. Oh no, come out of the way. Come out of the way before it does anything.
Look at, see that piece of the packet that keeps lifting up? That bit of the packet that keeps appearing and disappearing is an issue with the mask. They've masked this in. Holy shit, look at all this mold. Guys, this is really bad for your health.
People who think this is some sort of green screen. I don't think so. No, green screen.
No, you've recorded this on a green screen and then overlaid it into your video. Now, you're waving your walking stick around it to show that it's really there. Now, the problem is we know it's not there because part of this packaging keeps glitching in and out at the top. But when you wave your walking stick around it, you cast a shadow with your walking stick. Unfortunately, there's no shadow from the floating packet.
Sort of green screen. I don't think so. People who think this is some sort of...
Did you see it? Okay, so this is a floating packet. And this is his walking stick. And he does this. He doesn't do this in front of it. He does this. But he does it fast to make it look like he's passing the packet. And he's not. He's doing this because he can't get in front of that mask. But the other issue he's got in what he's just done is, look at the shadow of his walking stick when he goes around this packet. And look at the shadow, or the lack of shadow of the packet.
People who think this is some sort of green screen. I don't think so. No chroma key, nothing.
Actually, there is a green screen. It is a chroma key because you've recorded this packet against a green screen, overlaid it in your video. Now, on account that he likes to shout back at people.
Is the camera on?
Yeah, it's on.
Causal movement. I don't think it's recording. Oh no, it is recording. It's watching. Oh look, come out of the way. Come out of the way before it does anything. This way a bit.
Don't get in front of that packet. Now, as I just said, right, we're going to mute this and we're going to slow it down. So I'll show you the stick. Now, watch how careful he is not to get in front of that packet. Behind. Nowhere near in front of it. Behind. Nowhere near in front of it.
This way a bit.
This way. Don't get in front. Don't get in front of that mask. Now, it's quite clever because he knows exactly where to put his walking stick not to interfere with the front of this floating packet. The issue is he knows she doesn't, and he is really worried that she's going to walk in front of it. You can see the worry in his face. No, come this way, come this way. Watch now.
Come out of the way before it does anything. This way a bit.
Don't get in front of that mask.
I think this is some sort of green screen.
Smug Puppy. You're not so smug now, are you? While he is saying things like, there's no green screen and he's tapping it, it's because I've called out the green screen. It is a green screen that packet is recorded on. It is also then overlaid, and you make sure your stick never passes in front of it. So you can be as cocky as you like with debunkers. The issue you have is we are far more intelligent than you will ever be. Now you can stand there and say, look, debunkers, there's no green screen. Look, I'm hitting the wall with my stick. I'm on to you. I've already got you. That packet was glitching. It was artifacting. Patio were disappearing. Where you've recorded it on a green screen and chroma keyed it. And a little bit of the green has reflected onto that packet. And it keeps zipping in and out with the changes in light. Unlucky, Smug Puppy. And it keeps changing with the light. I think that is actually a floating packet of sanitary towels. Which is ironic, because you suck. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Smug Puppy, come at me. Come at me. Because I am on you like white on rice. Your bad attitude and the way that you were trying to fire back at debunkers while highlighting your own mistakes are just going to keep us looking at you. While you've been sat on your channel shouting at PSI, I've debunked PSI. No, you haven't. You just knew that while they were on the right track, they were slightly wrong with that plate break. Now to all you beardo weirdos, much love. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Down below? Down below. Much love. I'm Beardo, and I am out.